Hi, I'm Nikita. I'm 17. I just finished high school and I'm going to be going off to college. And my OCD first started, I think, in 3rd or 4th grade. And in the beginning, I had mostly minor compulsions associated with counting, having to do things 4 times, 16 times, 64 times, and avoiding contaminated surfaces. And however, in 5th grade, most of my OCD disappeared. But when I entered middle school in 6th grade, there was a lot of stress. I was worried about the new schedule, the new classroom format that I was going to have to adapt to, and my OCD resurfaced. And this time, I was mostly afraid of doing poorly in school and losing my intelligence, becoming a bad student, becoming a bad person. So I had a lot of compulsions that sort of all stemmed from that fear. I was avoiding bad students who I thought didn't pay attention in class or were doing the wrong things. I avoided alcohol, cigarette smoke, perfumes, and chemicals because I thought that they would go into my brain and kill my brain cells and I wouldn't be smart anymore. I also had a lot of just right rituals where I'd have to flip light switches on and off until it felt right. I'd have to walk in and out of door thresholds until I felt it was right. I zipped and unzipped my backpack, typed and retyped homework assignments, and I'd have to do things like close a drawer and reopen it until I had closed it while thinking of a good thought or thinking of someone I wanted to be like. So, as you can see, I had a pretty severe case of OCD, and I was almost completely always occupied by this fear that I was going to become a less intelligent person, that I was going to become a bad person. In the beginning of 7th grade, my parents actually identified that I probably had OCD, and I was formally diagnosed. Fortunately, we were able to find a therapist specializing in ERP, exposure and response prevention, and although it was difficult, with the help of my family, I was able to go through therapy for about 9 months and then continue using the same tactics based in ERP and CBT on my own to get over my fears. I continued using those tactics for quite a while with the help of medication also, because some of my fears were just so intense that I needed the medication in order to take the anxiety down a bit so that I could go through with the exposure. And now I'm a normal, high-functioning student, and I feel that my OCD struggles made me stronger and more confident in general. After going through the whole struggle with OCD and overcoming my fears, I recognized, and my parents also recognized, that there really weren't enough resources in my community for kids and families with OCD. So I just started a support group called OCD Kids Sacramento, a professionally assisted support group to serve as a source of hope, inspiration, and guidance for families in the region suffering from OCD who were unsure what exactly they were supposed to do. And I've continued with advocacy, speaking in front of therapists, counselors, and physicians, as well as at the OCF conferences, about my experience with OCD, about starting a support group, and about what people should do, what therapists can do, what counselors can do, in order to make life easier for kids with OCD, and in order to spot OCD symptoms. So now I'm doing very well, and really going public sort of with my story through the media as well as here has really made me stronger, and I now feel that OCD has really been an asset, not a burden in my life. So that's my introduction.